Everybody, today I'm going to be doing a how-to video on how to install speakers into a Chevy Equinox EV. Mine is a 2026 Equinox EV, but this would also apply to the 2024 and 2025 models as well. Just a quick background of what I'm actually installing here. What you see in front of you is what my original plan was, which was to be the PowerBass OEM GM kit for the front doors that also include the dash speakers. I wasn't sure if those dash speakers were going to work, so I was going to go with the Scar Audio TX275s. But ultimately, those didn't work out either, so I did actually end up using the dash speakers that came in the PowerBass kit. I was going to do the same PowerBass kit for the rear doors as well, but I wasn't able to get the clip to actually plug in like it should. I could have made it work, but I ultimately ended up to go with this setup here, which is what I ultimately recommend. Just stay with the PowerBass front door kit with the two 6x9s and the dash speakers, as well as the JBL 64 clubs. For the rear doors. The JBL Clubs are a 3 ohm speaker, so they give you just a little bit more audio in the back, which is kind of what you need in this vehicle. As far as the dash speakers that come with the PowerBass kit, mine did actually come with an adapter to allow them to plug in, but I had to get a replacement kit for one of the front door speakers being bad. But I noticed in the replacement kit that they sent me, it didn't actually include those adapters. All that being said is that there is an adapter that you can use on the front speakers if you need it, but your kit may actually include it. So it's just going to be up to the luck of the draw whether you get that adapter or not. To get started, here's a basic diagram of what you're going to be removing. You're going to start with part 1 here, which is just a trim piece that pops up. Then you're going to have the A-pillar trim that's going to just pop straight out. And then you're going to have the third piece, which is the piece of trim that runs across the length of the dash. There are 2 little screws on each side of that, so make sure you get those removed as well. Each A-pillar is going to have one of these clips. You can remove it with a 7mm socket, and then you can remove the piece of trim entirely from the vehicle. There will also be one of these 7mm bolts on each side of the dash. Once you get the center trim lifted up, you can just kind of move it out of the way. You don't necessarily need to remove it. You can move it out of the way just to get to the speakers. Once you get your speakers installed, everything should be pretty much plug and play. Put it back together, and then reverse the process. Don't forget to reinstall the clips here for the A-pillars as well. There's going to be 2 7mm bolts in the middle of the door. There's also going to be 2 of them along the bottom of the door as well. To get to the ones in the middle of the door, you'll have to use a pick to just pull the little rubber tray out of it. The rest of the installation process is pretty straightforward if you've ever swapped out door speakers, and there's already some great videos out there by other people that have this process done in a little bit more detail. Overall, everything went smoothly, and the upgrade is a solid improvement over the factory setup. I did have one defective 6x9 speaker, but Crutchfield was quick to replace it anyway. They've always treated me well, and that's going all the way back to my old Plymouth Neon in high school. I'd still absolutely recommend the PowerBass front kit for the OEM fitment alone. Just be sure to get the 4-ohm version, and if your kit doesn't include the dash speaker adapters, you could still make it work with the Metra harness that I mentioned earlier. One weird thing that I didn't catch on video was a rear driver door ajar warning issue after doing the installation. I tried a few things and I let the car sit overnight, but that still didn't fix it. Ultimately, disconnecting the 12-volt battery for about 12 minutes did resolve that issue. For the rear speaker, or if you decide to go with something else besides the PowerBass setup, I would recommend sourcing some of the surround foam that helps fill the gap between the speaker and the door panel. It helps direct the audio into the cabin rather than allowing it to resonate inside the door. I also like to add a little foam tape to the rear of the speaker bracket too for a tighter, more OEM fit.